accused of sexually assaulting 8-year-old boy. Victim tests positive. Take a good look at this male, African-American male, 62 years of age, Bobby McAfee, arrested after he allegedly sexually assaulted a boy when the victim was 8 years old. This is a disturbing case coming out of unincorporated St. Petersburg, Florida. This is the male's mugshot. They will not say how old the victim is now. So 9, 10, 13, 15, even an adult, don't know. When I get the information, I'll bring you an update and post it to my community page. There's also a short in the YouTube queue pertaining to this disturbing information. Bobby McAfee, 62. Does he represent himself, number one, as a heterosexual male or bisexual or gay male? I'm going to ask all the questions. He pinned this boy down, put his hands over his head, and sexually assaulted him when he was 8. Once again, don't know if the child is still a child or a grown-up. The gist of the story is that, one, you're assaulting a boy, a child, period. You're HIV positive. So was he HIV positive at the time of the assault? Number one. Number two, the boy is now HIV positive, bingo card. So this might be how all this came to fruition. Child went to the doctor, had blood drawn, boom, 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 test HIV positive. Now somebody's trying to figure out, okay, what is this little boy doing having sex if he is still a minor? So you don't know all the details to put it together. But either way, the victim is tested positive for HIV. And then voila, it links back to this thing here who is also HIV. So I asked all the questions. Was this man HIV positive when he sexually assaulted this boy child? This is a travesty. So you have to watch everyone as we are having some dirty shit going on here in Knoxville, Tennessee, pertaining to a black man, white man at West High School. They have been canoodling with children at the high school. And I just so happened to bump into a young man yesterday, black male, getting ready to go play or attend school in Virginia. Don't know if he got a football scholarship or not, but he told me he played football for West High School. And what are the odds? I'm holding a conversation with him yesterday, and I mentioned this story to him about the coaches being brought up on allegations of SA children. And the one black male who's in his 30s, I believe, he said, oh yeah, we've been seeing that going on, the overtness from the black coach. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I said, what did you say? He said, oh yeah. Yeah, we were suspecting something was going on. He was overt with his behavior, basically saying he was wide open with flirting with the girl children at the high school. So then you have to ask that question, how long was that going on? That he was flirting with the girls, doing things with the girls, meeting with the girls, calling, swapping pictures, photographs, whatever the hell he was doing. And then we got a white coach, same thing. He's been let go from the school. Black coach let go from the school. So it's almost like it's some type of club going on with these nasty teachers, coaches, messing with the students. Then we got this thing here messing with an 8-year-old. So you have to watch your children. You got to ask questions. You got to talk to your kids about inappropriate behavior. Let's start the live off with that. You need to talk to your children about inappropriate behavior from children, relatives, strangers, teachers, coaches, mentors, whomever is in the company of your child. I don't care if they're going to day camp, church, don't matter. You need to tell them, if you feel uncomfortable, run like hell. Call me, call the police, call somebody. Don't hold the secret. Nobody's supposed to be touching you anywhere. Under your neck to your foot. Do you understand what I'm saying? The children only know what they have been taught. And sadly, children are taught devious deeds such as inappropriate touching, taking pictures, and next thing you know, they end up becoming sexual sadists themselves because they don't get help for the behavior and they think the behavior is right, and it is not right. And as I've told you so many times during my commentaries pertaining to sadists, a lot of sadists were actually victims themselves, and then they grow up to become predators. This black man violated a child, and he admits to touching the child inappropriately, having sexual contact with the child. and the child is HIV positive or adult, don't know the age, and he is this predator. So we have a dirty, dirty secret now out of the bag because the male came up with HIV. So whether it is he's underage or he's grown or however, because I don't have the age, obviously he looked back on life and said, well, I ain't been doing this and this, so I've been doing this and this, and I think this is how I got it. This is ridiculous and this is so disturbing. Grown man forcing himself on a boy. So now you gotta ask if he's done it to other boys, other men. Is he openly gay? Let's ask that question. Is this thing openly gay? Because what's gonna be jacked up? We find out, word on the street is, oh, he's with women, got a girlfriend, got a wife, got kids. Grandpa, shut your mouth. How disturbing will it be to find out he actually is living with a woman, has a real relationship with a woman, allegedly, a faux, fraudulent life, and he's out here penetrating children, sexually assaulting children, dirty beast, but pretending he likes women, but indeed he likes little boys. So has he sexually assaulted other children? I'm going to go on a whim and say he's been doing this. 62, he's been in the game as a predator a long time. So there is no telling how many victims are out here. 62 years of age, you do not wake up at 62 violating kids, number one. And now you have to ask if he's a dual offender. Hello, Robert. Is he a dual offender? Girls and boys, also adults, because where does it stop when you're sick in the head? You violate a kid, you violate an adult. What's the difference? Equal opportunist. We do have dual offenders, if you did not know. That's why I said we could be talking about a bisexual man. He likes boys, girls, he likes men, women, and he's done it to kids. He's probably done it to adults. He's nasty. Does he have a criminal background? What has he done in his past? What does his criminal history look like? Does he work? Does he have a job? Retired, Social Security, disability? I want to know what the hell this fool's been doing. Because you're talking about 62 years he's been on top of this dirt. And I can tell him if he lived in this great state of Tennessee, you won't be coming out of nobody's jail. And God knows if you had done the worst, such as unalive the child, you are going to die in this state. I do believe in this state, you could probably get the under 18. This is nasty business. Coming out of Florida, everybody. The child was assaulted in unincorporated St. Petersburg, Florida. So I'm assuming that's some area that's probably rural. Doesn't have an exact jurisdiction. I don't know if it was in a house, a car, outside of a car where he did it. They said he threw him on the ground, so obviously he was outside when he did it. How he came to assault the victim was the little boy just walking around, riding a bicycle, playing with other children. He knows the child. He knows their family. How did he come in contact with this kid? See, lots of questions. And the gist of the story is that the cat is now out of the bag. The victim is HIV positive, and I'm assuming this man is the catalyst to the victim being HIV positive because he is HIV positive. This is a hot butter mess. Now this person has to walk around, don't know if it's a child or an adult, but either way, this person has to walk around, this male, knowing he has a deadly disease, although we do have medicines now to help curb the symptoms, and also some have said the symptoms have gone away completely. But naturally, it costs money to get these meds, and you have to take them forever, okay? So if this is a child, imagine a child having to take AIDS medicines, HIV medicine. This is ridiculous. This is a travesty. And as I said, this man is 62. He's probably been doing this a long time. Hell, at least 40 years. Maybe more, depending on when he started assaulting boys. I can't even say that boys are his preference because, as I said, there are many people, men and women, who are predators. They are dual offenders. They are dual offenders. Just like when you see serial killers, people just assume, oh, he only kills women, he only kills men. Well, some of them kill men and women. BTK, he didn't discriminate. And getting into the mind of somebody this sick, it's a waste of time because there's no logical reason to be sexually assaulting children, desiring children, having sex. No such thing as a relationship. As the count will say, a child cannot consent to sex. For some of you dodo birds that think, oh yeah, he did, she did. No, they didn't. It doesn't matter if off their mouth they said yes. Well, she's 14, she said she wanted to have sex with me. Don't matter. She's a child, he's a child. This is why, you know, there are other people out here who are just as sick as Mr. McAfee. They'll sit here and boast. Oh yeah, these girls, these boys, they're fast, they're grown, they're wayward, they're this, they're that. Doesn't matter. Ding, ding, ding. Children learn from their environment. Children learn from other people. So when you make these nasty comments about a girl is fast, she's wayward, she's worldly, well, where do you think she learned the behavior from? You think she just woke up wanting to have sex with boys and men? No, she was taught. And people like that, they make me cringe because I always look at you as if you're a pedophile or a predator. The fact that would even come off your tongue. He's worldly, she's worldly. Well, taught to be that way. They were introduced to sex. They saw sexual acts. They performed sexual acts. Somebody performed acts on them. That's where they learned it. Children just don't wake up desiring sex. Makes no sense. That's the latest, everybody. Bobby McAfee, 62, arrested after he allegedly sexually assaulted a boy when the victim was 8 years old. They did not reveal how old the victim is today, but the victim just recently found out that he's HIV positive, so perhaps it linked back to this man, the assault. Don't know if he told somebody at the time of the assault or he just found out he's HIV positive and then finally admitted, oh yeah, I was SA'd by a man, this man here, Bobby McAfee. When I get an update, I'll bring you this information. Please go into the queue to check out my latest information on Sean Puffy Combs, the latest events of an expert witness testifying that the video was not altered where he's beating Cassie Ventura. Also, her friend has testified, Brianna, that he dangled her over a 17-story balcony. Now the defense is saying that testimony does not match the information she gave the district attorney in to your opinion. But as I said, Sean is dirty. He's a beast. He's savage. He's nasty. He's a creep. Everybody has testified negative things about him the past 4 weeks. So why should we be shocked that he dangled someone over a balcony? This sounds like a repeat of Suge Knight and the Vanilla Ice business with the music rights. So that's why Suge don't need to be up here talking about Puffy free a conspiracy against black men. You are out here doing felonious business, crimes. You're mistreating people. Your number is up. That's the bottom line. That's how I look at it. And as I said, Suge Knight needs to be quiet. I'm sick of everybody interviewing him. Suge Knight has nothing of relevance to say about Tupac, Puffy, Pookie, Ray Ray, Bubba, the Candyman. Stop interviewing Suge Knight. He's a waste of space. He's locked up. He's incarcerated. He's gotten, 30 years or so for killing a man, mowing him down. Why would you want to be talking to him? A man who also dangled somebody over a balcony. So this makes no sense for you to want to talk to him about this East Coast, West Coast rivalry. Stop talking to Suge Knight. You're giving a creep 5 minutes of fame that he does not deserve. Now, maybe he's trying to perfect himself as that he's changed his life. He's in a better place. He's a Christian. I don't know. That's between him and God. Hey, I'm not getting ready to toot a horn for nobody that mowed down a man in cold blood. And he has been known to also be not such a nice guy. So the fact that Sean, he ain't my enemy, we were never rivals, blah, 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 blah. I'm sick of hearing it. Please, everybody, ABC, News Nation, all you bloggers, stop talking to Suge Knight. Because this situation with Sean is serious, the allegations are serious, and this man is a beast. And so far, Puffy has not had anybody coming out famous rooting for him, upholding him, except for Ray J. And Ray J, he's another one. I'm sick of hearing his mouth too. And News Nation, please quit talking to him. take Ray J and Suge Knight off of your itinerary. Enough's enough. Also, an ex-court spoke out, Mr. Sean, getting his name confused. Sean Deering, I believe, 37. He's now saying he's rooting for Cassie. He wants the best for her. She was a nice lady, blah, 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 when they were doing their freak-offs. He doesn't want attention, so he says, well, some people might say, hey, why are you speaking? Why are you telling people you used to have sex for money? You had sex with this lady. I'm also concerned about Mr. Alex Fine, because, see, you don't really know what this may do to this man's mindset. Now we got another cat popping out of a box about he had sex with his wife, although they weren't married at the time, but you understand what I'm saying. It's bad enough listening to all the stuff from the trial, listening to all the dirty things his wife testified to that Sean did to her. Now here comes this white guy. He's coming out testifying that, oh, yeah, I used to have sex with her, and she's a nice lady. She was nice when I met her. I don't think somebody would want to hear that is married to her now. I'm just saying. Nobody really knows how this man feels, what he's thinking. Even about her, his relationship with her. He now has another baby, a third baby. She just gave birth to another baby a week ago. So, you know, it's a lot to digest as a person who is supporting someone who's been through all this trauma with another man, and she also was still sleeping with him and Sean Puffy Combs at the same time. And I also find it interesting that Sean never harassed Mr. Alex Fine. I have not heard that he has. He didn't testify to court to say that he had. So don't you find that interesting? He's harassing Kid Cudi, blowing up a car, breaking in his home, but she was messing around with Alex. I haven't heard one person or her say, yeah, Alex was stalked, harassed, threatened. He had to have known. So why did he finally let Cassie go? Stop stalking her, bothering her when she hooked up with Alex? Because she was pregnant less than a year, married and all of that. So it's strange to me. And of course, she said she was done with him when she found out he professed a lot of crazy nonsense. Like, share, subscribe, drop comments below this video. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $McAfee 129 Cash App. That's my commentary for today. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful week. You have been listening to The Violent Cell. Thank you.